All right, here we go on a Tuesday. It's Cody and Gold, Alex Gold, Jay Binkley, Drew Nixon with you. You can hit us up on the Jay Southland Tow Service text line, 913-586-7610. We are streaming, as always, on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You can see Bink. Eventually, my camera will be on.
You're the big actor.
But right now, it's just Bink. It's just one shot on Jay Binkley. Yeah. That's what we have right now until we get the third camera working. Just a camera on Bink and Drew, actually, right now is what's working. For some reason, mine doesn't want to work.
And they need you. I think you've gone a little overboard on this, though. Just me bringing that director's chair in for you to sit in. Oh, yeah. The one that you fold out, that's a little too much.
Bink, we're on
Entertainment
camera.
Tonight was here this morning in the lobby. Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've gone a little overboard, Gold.
Yeah, they got everybody just wanting to talk, you know.
And I'm kidding.
Everybody just wants to. Yeah, turning down interviews, Bink. We're turning down interviews at this point in time. Have to turn them down. Don't want to get in trouble with the folks at Hallmark or anything like that. But no, you can check us out on the video stream. At some point, I'll be on there. I don't know why mine's not working, frankly. But Drew and Jay are on camera, so they can entertain you on the video stream. Otherwise, we'll just do this thing called a radio show as well. Coming up in about a half hour, though, I'm excited for you guys to hear what was a great interview Vern had with John Sherman, the owner of the Royals, and they addressed the trade deadline, first half of the season, TV deal, future stadium potential news, all of that discussed in a full interview that Vern did with John Sherman. And so that's going to come up in about 30 minutes. We'll play part one of that and react a little bit, but it was really good stuff. Maybe you caught some of it earlier this morning when it aired during Fesco in the morning. So that's coming up in about 30 minutes or so. But I don't know if the vibe is there for you or not with what's going on with the Royals this week. And what I think is a huge stretch right before the All-Star break, if you're hoping to send a message to the front office, if you're a player in the clubhouse and send a message to the front office that they should still be aggressive, they should still add to this team, this is a big week for that, where you sit, you're 49-43, you're 8.5 back in the Central, you're a game and a half back in the wild card. This has a chance, including this series that begins this evening in St. Louis, to be a big stretch. And I wonder, do people get excited for the I-70 series anymore? So tonight's game might get rained out anyway. We'll see, based off of remnants of hurricane that are going to make its way up to St. Louis.
Yeah, getting drilled.
But are you excited? You grew up here. I grew up here. I mean, for many, many years, it was annoying because Cardinals fans would take over Kauffman Stadium. This is the first I-70 series where both teams are actually in playoff spots in quite some time, right? The Royals are a game and a half back. The Cardinals are actually occupying a National League wild card spot right now. They're 48-42 and 4.5 back in their divisions. They're closer to their division race than the Royals are in the AL Central. And this was a Cardinals team that got off to a terrible start, and they've been much better in the last month.
7-3 in their last 10 games. People were giving up on this team in April and May, and then all of a sudden they turned things around. But yeah, it still means something. I was telling you before, it's like, obviously, we watch the Royals every day. We're up on the standings or the wild card. But if you're just going to work and you're sitting there and the scores come out from the night before and the Royals just beat the Mariners or somebody like that, you're like, the casual fans not caring. But you see the Royals beat St. Louis, and it still means something. It means something. You're sitting there with their Show Me series. People can't see you yet, but you're wearing your Show Me series T-shirt. But it still means something because it's St. Louis. I mean, it's the same state and the whole deal and conjuring up those memories, at least for me, from 1985, because I was a kid, 12-year-old kid there, and so I remember that series really well, and it was so much fun. I mean, that captivated the city. It was so much fun. But there's always a little bit of juice with Kansas City and St. Louis. I mean, it really doesn't matter the standings. Throw the record books out the window. Just kidding. I mean, I think it's nowhere near like a Missouri-Kansas rivalry, something like that, but it does catch your attention when the Royals do beat the Cardinals. Kind of, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's trash talk.
City beat St.
It's
Louis.
Still some trash talk is what it is.
So we all have friends that live in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Most people in this town have some relative or somebody that lives in St. Louis.
And I'll get a text from somebody I haven't talked to in a couple months maybe. I'll get a text tonight, assuming the game happens, although it's looking more and more like maybe tonight's game's not going to happen.
I told Verdon this morning, I said, they're going to bag this thing, man. You get the night off.
There's a good chance, if you look at the weather forecast in St. Louis, that could happen. Maybe we get a doubleheader tomorrow. Maybe they play the game on Thursday. Both teams have a mutual off day on Thursday. Now, the Cardinals are at home all week. The Royals will have to go to Boston, so would the Royals be fine with playing on Thursday? I don't know. They got an off day for a reason. Might as well play it on Thursday if they can't tonight, as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see. We'll obviously let you know if there's any news on that. But yeah, it's trash talk. It's, anytime you have a chance to beat a rival across the state line. Someone on the text line says the wife and them have tickets behind the Royals dugout for tomorrow's game. Yeah, tomorrow you're good. You should be set for that. But I know a couple friends that are actually going to St. Louis, spending a couple days there, and they're going to go to a ball game or two to see the Royals. And we saw there was good turnout in Colorado this past weekend. There were a lot of Royals fans in Denver during the weekend series.
A ton. How does that? I understand the Chiefs Kingdom and Chiefs fans being everywhere, but I noticed that too. I was like, there's a hell of a lot of Royals fans. I know there's a lot of people from Kansas City live in the Denver area.